Welcome, welcome, welcome. Episode number 74. And actually, I am recording this for my Tuesday call also because I will be traveling this week. So, welcome here. And what we're going to be talking about today is intimacy, and it's in to me, I see. So, this is all about the sacral chakra, which is the genital area. It's where our creativity and our sexual and sensual energy is held. So, there's the sacral of the face is the mouth, the lips. You can tell everything about a person, their genital area, by their lips and their mouth. And also in the hands, it is the moon mound, what we call the moon mound. And this is the sacral chakra. And in the feet, it is the outside of the heel, is the sacral chakra. And there's many things you can do to stimulate this, especially for women that have menstrual problems or menstrual pain. It's to rub these certain areas, especially on the hand right here, and then also on the outside of the heel of the foot, the bottom half of the heel. So, this is always an exciting one. It's our creative energy, like I say, and we birth things this way when we birth our soul's mission or our soul's purpose. And when you are get pregnant, you're birthing another soul. It actually goes through the other birthing canal, which grows two legs when they're teenagers and give you the middle finger. So that doesn't belong to you, even though you are the stewardship or the custodian of that soul until they hit of age. So, it's always an exciting thing to talk about. So I'm going to share my screen. It's going to be a very short show because I am on the road. So, I'm going to share my screen and share. There we go. And there we are. A little bigger. Yeah, so sacral chakra. It is module 7 of our body awakening method, which I call BAM. It's the online program. And we explore all aspects of each energy center or chakras. And this energy center is orange in color. So the sacral chakra is holds of all our larger than life passion, such as dreams, ambition, and fantasies. I'm not even going to try and say I've never used the kind of the East Indian names, but I'm just going to call it sacral chakra, is the emotional and sexual center of the soul, a fountain of universal energy. It's our strong link to the world, which bonds you to your loved ones. So we're all birthed in this water energy. The sacral chakra is about uh, the element water, and the sense of it is taste. That's hence the mouth. So the main characteristics associated with the chakra is this chakra. The sacral chakra is the passion center of the body and the mind. It channels our deja vu, libido, libido, sorry, it's getting late in the day, creativity, and the ability to connect to others. Feelings associated with this chakra are shame, jealousy, fear, remorse, and disgust. So sacral chakra in balance, when it is in balance and it's spinning properly, balance leads to good connection with our intuition and creativity and sharpens your senses. You know where you want to go and how to get there and how not to lose yourself along the way. So out of balance, when the sacral chakra is out of balance, it's harder to find direction and motivation. You you feel emotionally distant or extremely over emotional. You avoid change, feel frustration, and your creativity is blocked. The body might break out in allergies, lose weight, or it can be constipated. So the location is the um, the center is 3 fingers under the navel, also including the forearms and the upper thighs, or inner thighs, sorry, inner thighs in between the legs. So a lot of people can hold what we call Catholic knees. Reason we call it Catholic knees because there can be a lot of tissue between in the upper thighs here up until the knees. And we call it that because Catholics aren't supposed to take the pill. So they put the pill between their knees and not even the Pope can get his nose up there. So we make jokes of it, but humor also moves energy, not just tears. And so it's good to laugh about things, but also make light of things as energy moves. So the color is orange, the element is water, the sense is taste, and the sound is ray, the ray of our soul. And it's the related to the endocrine gland is gonads, and body function is sensuality. So I call it sensual energy more so than sexual. So it's when we have passion in our sacral chakra, that's what we want to bring that up into, add some fire to it and birth our passion. What are we passionate in life? Not just get a job. We need our life's work. We need to have the passion behind it for it to flourish into abundance. So visual connection, it's connected, it's connecting to your diaphragm, and the diaphragm is the muscle of the personality because when we breathe, we open that up, and exhale, it closes like an umbrella, and we breathe in and open it up. And this allows the energy to move up through the body from the sacral chakra. And the psoas muscle is very much connected to the diaphragm. And the psoas muscle is actually related to, it's our soul's muscle. And so it's the muscle of the soul and muscle of orgasm. So we want our life to be orgasmic. And so in the female organs, it is connected to the perineum, and a lot of energy can be held. The perineum is our life force, connecting to the life force, or for grounding. And in someone that has gone through a lot of trauma or life threatening, like being raped or being chased by a bear, the perineum actually pulls and tightens up, and that's what creates the fleshiness in between the thighs. And it can happen to males too, obviously. So this is the male diagram. We're not going to go closely into it. When you get into my courses or trainings online or in person, we go deep into a lot of these areas. So we have a exercise that can be done by lying on your back and planting your feet behind, plant your feet behind your hips and knees, and then bring one knee up towards the bed in the direction of the other leg. And then you do both sides at a, let's say a 45-degree angle here. And then you really start to loosen that psoas muscle and really exercise it. And so, and then doing the other side. These are things I suggest people do early in the morning, and get deep inside these tiny little muscles in around the sacral area. It's also the seat of the parasympathetic nervous system. So we want to drop our energy and do it as slow as possible and just really loosen up this area, and it loosens up the whole pelvic region. And this is great if you're going to be going into childbirth, or even you don't want sexual energy bottled up in this area. And if you watch my last show on this, I talked a lot about shapes, and someone with large buttocks, they can they could be busting their back, and it pushes the energy back down into the body, and then the lower part of the body can hold a lot of energy. And or if if they've got their tail tucked between the tailbone tucked underneath, it's like a dog with the tail between his legs, and then you're losing that energy, and you want to bring that energy up to the up to the next chakra and give it over to the solar plexus, which is fire. And just like a plant, we plant a seed in the earth, we water it through the sacral chakra and see what we can birth from there and what flowers through life. But it needs the sun, which is the solar plexus. So here's another exercise. It's more what I call butterfly. And you just put the soles of your feet together in bed early in the morning and just start to rock all these different areas up and down, shifting your pelvic region around. And you won't even wake up your partner if you do it slow enough. And so these are small things you can do to really get in touch with your sacral area, with your sexual and sensual energy. And you want to bring that energy up and breathe it up through the body with doing the diaphragmatic breathing. Is that when we pump down, it pushes the transverse colon down, and then you release it up. So you want to keep this energy flowing up and then release it, and up, release it. And so it's just a beautiful thing you can do first thing in the morning and really get in touch with your inner self. And this increases the energy and vitality of the sacral chakra. So we get nice and juicy. So we always often use the power deck in different ways. And this is, I use the power deck by Lynn Andrews, which is an amazing deck. So ecstasy is in the West because we must not be afraid to move into that ecstatic energies, emotions that are within us. Do not be afraid to live in ecstasy. As you meditate on this card, consider the following. This message made me realize what I need to work on most. I am out of balance in the areas of, I need more clarity about, and let your body respond. My lesson of power is ask your body. My fear is, so remember to listen to the moment of the spirit of the place that are all around you and move with them to the center of your universe, the center of your truth. Then you can truly be reborn with joy and transformation. So it's a beautiful, beautiful card. And I'll just read this top part. Ecstasy is a buoyant state of joy. One of the finest ways to maintain a state of joyousness is to examine the dark side of your being, that instinctual nature that most human beings repress in civilized life. Within your instinctual nature are the seeds of ecstasy. We tend to live in our minds, in our emotions, occasionally in spirit, and almost never in our instinctual depth. We are born as wild as mountain lions, but live most of our lives like sheep, forgetting and denying whole parts of ourselves. Sit on the earth with your back against the tree and get in touch with your roots, which move deep into Middle Earth. This will restore your joyousness and balance. And joy, what joy means to me is to be joined within yourself, joining all the chakras, the energy centers, and keep balancing things out daily. So each day, listen to your body, mind, and your heart. What are they telling you about a given situation? Ecstasy is like a wild horse waiting to be ridden the last wild ride before your passage into enlightenment. Take the courage and live your passion in ecstasy. So, some of the little exercises that we do in the online course is one of the sacral ones I do, and I mention this quite often, is we can be corded into this area with anyone that you've had intimacy with. And it's about uh, drawing that energy back to you. And so, anyone that you've had intercourse with, you might want to write all the uh, persons that you've had intimacy with and start cutting the cords with them and write it all down on a sheet of paper. You got to write it down because we call it ink it, link it, sink it, and then burn it. Nobody sees this. This is between you and your soul. And when you write them all out, you can think of that person, but cut the cord, send that energy back to them because anyone they've slept with, you're part of that matrix or that web that's been weaved. And we want to free ourselves from that emotional baggage that we carry that goes on way down in the back of our mind. And it's living in our subconscious mind. And when we consciously do it, that can cut the cord. And here again, I suggest people burn it, have a little burning ceremony. Nobody ever has to see it. Like I say, it's between you and your soul. So I had one lady, she says, Carol, I'm at 349. And I said, oh my God, I hope you were charging because you would be rich by now. So yeah, there's some you might just want to put a question mark and just let them go. And that frees them up too. That's a cord that you're sending back to them. And send it with love, send it with blessings, even if it's a negative experience. Let it go with love and send it back to them because it's about you loving yourself. They won't even know about it. They might just free them up a bit. So this is a very powerful exercise you can do to cut those cords and free up your creativity and free up your passion for what you're going to go step into in your life. And you want to taste life. That's the sacral chakra, right? You want things to be juicy and exciting. And so with that, like I say, it's going to be a very short video or show because I am on the road. So I've pre-recorded this for a few different reasons. So with that, many blessings and get juicy in life. And so next show, I think it's going to be starting into faces, and yeah, make sure to like this show if you're on the show, and also subscribe to my channel on Rumble, which is thelightworkersinstitute.com, and make sure you download my book, which the description will be down below, which is called Your Body Never Lies, and it's 30 some pages of really great information and small changes that you can do in every day of your life. And just the awareness starts you on a trajectory to a straightforward path into really truly standing in your power and who you are, and use that sexual sensual energy to transmute anything that is coming your way, any negative emotions. We can breathe, take a breath, feel our juiciness inside, and yeah, have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye now. Oh, stop recording. I guess bye now again. I don't edit my videos or I wouldn't be doing them. It's too much work. So, yeah.